geleza nathi. You can do it alright, that's right. Future is bright, alright. You can do it alright, that's right. Yeah, future is bright. Hey, 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 hey. So geleza nathi. Geleza nathi.
Good morning, Sanbonani, Dumelang, and welcome to yet another amazing special episode of Geleza Nathi right here on SABC1 Mzansi for sure. Igama ke bafethu Sia, and as per usual, at @IamSia_G across all social media pages. Do the best and I shall do the rest. Namhlanje ke bafethu, we're all about anxiety and depression, which is a very heavy topic, but we'll be unpacking all of that in this very show. Angami ngadwa ke Mzansi ngiphethe your fresh boy, Mr. Freshman, Mr. Red and White. My boy Kenny, come back.
How are you doing, boy?
I'm all good, man. It's been a minute, eh?
I know.
Dude.
And this thing causes anxiety and depression.
You get what what you did there.
Yes, but now we're together and we're going to help each other.
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you want an early C-A-D-D-Y pronounced Kenny. Welcome to the show. Now, the show here tonight is very important and very special. Now, you guys suffer from anxiety and depression. We're going to have a whole discussion, so you guys can join us. It's pretty easy. All you have to do is go into social media, usihlangane nathi, ukhulume nathi. If you don't know where we are, on Facebook, see Geleza Nathi, on Twitter, see GN_SABC1, and on the Instagram streets, it's Geleza Nathi _SABC1. So it's going to be pretty much a very interesting show.
Absolutely right. Now, my boy, we at a crucial time in the year, right?
Yeah.
People are done writing their matric exams.
Yeah.
They're anxiously waiting for those results in January.
Yeah.
And abanye bayazi ukuthi azokuthini mina sengifehlile.
Yeah.
Abanye, they think there's a possibility that they might have failed.
Yeah.
But others are very confident
Yes.
that they have passed.
Yes, and not only that, before you carry on,
Okay.
there's a lot of things that are happening. You still need to apply for varsity.
Yes,
That's also like
yes,
anxiety.
yes,
and
yes.
also depression, mangabe, they don't get accepted.
Exactly.
So there's a lot of things that are happening right now.
And anxiety and depression can strike at any time, and no one is immune from it.
Yes.
And I'm trying to how you can actually deal with depression and anxiety, and your support structure, and how important it is for you to actually have a support structure so that you can always, navigate yourself around your daily activities.
Yes,
right?
most definitely. So we want you guys to be okay. We want you guys to be fine and fresh. So how can you manage depression and anxiety? We're also going to be having celebrities who are going to be telling us more of their stories. We're going to be reading your comments on social media. So when go make your coffee if you need to make a coffee. Take notes if you have to take notes. And if you have a friend who's going through anxiety and depression,
right now. And we do have a question for the day, bafethu, and yona ke ihamba kanjena. Now kumbuzo wethu namhlanje bafethu, ngifuna ukwazi mina, how do I deal with depression? Let us know how you deal with depression on our social media pages. Senyazi ke bafethu ukuthi nisitholaphi Geleza Nathi across all social media pages. Okwamanje bafethu, ngiyazi ukuthi lana eMzansi there's a growing number of the stats about suicide, depression and stuff like that. And I feel like it's time for us to educate ourselves around that. And here to do exactly that is our next insert. Agubegela.
I'm a failure.
I'm a failure.
Why?
Why me? I can't do this anymore. What are they gonna say?
I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, bafethu, now we can see it is a real thing, depression and anxiety, and it's important to speak about such issues because bottling it up inside only makes it worse, right?
Yes, and another thing I want to share with people is that it's not the end of the world.
Absolutely,
like Akona Solutions, there's ways where you can escape.
Exactly.
And that's exactly what we're going to do together. So it's going to be us
against the world, right?
You understand that?
You get what I'm saying?
Yes, totally solutions la.
Yes, Mzansi, indeed. And futhi sobe sibona ukuthi kahle kahle wena lapha ekhaya uma ukuthi uyazithola ukuleyo situation, how do you actually deal with it? And I think it's easier if it's people that you know, which are our celebrities. Kodwa ke kwamanje Mzansi saphuthuma sayitolo. Remember to let us know how you deal with depression. We'll see you right after this.
Welcome back. You guys still tuning to GNS10 right here on your number one channel, SABC1 Mzansi for sure. Now, today's episode is pretty much important, Bafetu, because we're discussing anxiety and depression. We go through all of this and we want to find a way on how to manage it. Because if we don't, there's so many things that are happening that you wouldn't like to happen to you. Now, Ndona, depression and anxiety.
My boy.
Huh?
Dude, but I can say one thing though. We are not experts.
Yeah.
Spete expert like I in studio, who is a clinical psychologist, and his name is Umzamo. But before we chat to him, I guess I've been so bona because our viewer, we hear what he has seen depression, anxiety, and he decided to let us in on a story. Let's go hear it.
Hi GNS10 mona le bua le Tshedi nna ke tlile go le bolela ka bothata bo ke bo faceitseng ya ke na le bothata ba depression le anxiety and gore ke bone gore ke na le bothata bona ke na le bo ma almost 4 to 5 years ntse ke experience di suicide thoughts ke ba le go ba overwhelming ke gonna fela ke ba le anger out of nowhere. So since ke rata go ikwalla so ke le motho o rata go ikwalla ya neng ke gone go tla mo Joburg so ke batla go ithuta go ke integrate le batho ba bang ke mite batho ba bang so ke batla go kaya thuso gore so that ke gone go integrate ke bue le bana ba bang.
I get Bafetu, you guys heard him. And that's what's sitting as GNS10. Let's do justice to that. And we've got our guest, Mzamo. Good morning.
Morning, bro.
How are you doing?
Good, and you?
We're all good. Welcome to GNS10.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's only a pleasure. Now, before we get into it, ngifuna ukwazi mina ukuthi umsebenzi wakho umayelana ngani and ngicela ushele kabanzi njengawe.
So, umsebenzi wami a clinical psychologist, which means I see people, I counsel people, treat ama-disorders afana njengayo depression, anxiety, or schizophrenia, njalo njalo. So anything that has to do with my emotions, imizwa, and your cognitive functioning, so your intellect.
I see.
Okay. So for people in Makai who don't really know exactly what is depression, how can we discuss that? How can we indulge that?
Yeah.
So I suppose depression is a buzzword. Like everybody just knows that I'm depressed. But what we're looking for, depression is duration. So depression is someone who's sad, who's feeling hopeless, who's angry for an extended period of time. So when we diagnose, we're looking for at least 2 weeks. Almost every day, that's how you feel on a daily basis. You at sad or depressed.
Now sometimes, it hits me when I'm just, maybe driving or or whatever, and I feel a little bit sad or this emptiness in me. Because in my head I already know that it's temporary, it's gonna go away. Does that mean that I'm depressed if it's just for, say, a few hours? Or what does it actually mean?
So because sometimes a healthy response to a normal situation. So sometimes you had a bad day. It's normal to feel sad and like what's going on in my life. But if it's extended for okay, first week, second week, you've been feeling like that for a month. That's when we'd start to want to intervene as a professional.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And what are the signs? Like in Moranjan, I mean, I can be sad for like maybe 3 days.
Yeah.
Does that mean I'm depressed? Is that one of the signs?
Ideally, we're looking for somebody who's at least a minimum of 2 weeks.
Okay.
But in depression, we categorize it. So there's mild, there's moderate, and there's severe. So it's severe is like when you're so sad, you're so depressed, you can't do anything, you can't get out of bed, you start thinking about killing yourself, you've got intensive plans, and sometimes the depression, less severe, it gets so bad, people literally start losing their minds. You start seeing things, you start hearing things. That's how bad depression starts. And then obviously you get your moderate, which is not so bad. You don't have those symptoms, but it also needs treatment. Then you get your more milder type of depression, which is not so intense. So you're asking me about signs. So it's weight loss. You can't sleep. If you're at school, there's writing exams. You can't concentrate in class. You actually can't study. A loss of interest in the things that you used to like doing, now you don't do anymore. So all of those symptoms clustered together, that's when you're talking about depression, and obviously that duration that I spoke about.
Yeah.
Oh, that's quite deep.
Tell me, when it comes to are there more people who are likely to get depression than others? Or is it my personalities? How does it work?
Sure, I think in general South Africa, I wouldn't say more personalities, but I would say context, environment, your monty. If you come from a single parent household, there's a lot of stress, there's a lot of pressure. You're in grade 12. Parents don't have money to take you to school. You want to go to university next year. So we can say those are predisposing factors. Not to say that you are going to be depressed. And also, maybe to answer your question, when you talk about personality, abantu abafani. Some abantu, they are more optimistic. They can, okay, I've got a problem. This is what I need to do, etc., etc. Our caller, when you call him a caller, he was telling us he's been feeling depressed, but he's smiling. So people, not him per se, but people who carry a strong face, you know, like you're going through things and you think you're strong, you behave as if you're strong, but actually those things are affecting you. You're probably more likely to exhibit symptoms of depression.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I actually want us to bring in anxiety as well into this discussion. I want to know, how do we differentiate between being anxious or depressed?
Sure. So a lot of the times it comes together. A lot of the times. So, but anxiety is more. Let me say fear and anxiety. Fear, like if a lion comes into the studio, all of us are going to be afraid. It's an immediate response. But anxiety, it's more of, I'm thinking something bad is going to happen, but it might not happen. And you're constantly thinking when something bad is going to happen, you're constantly worried about Leon. And it's excessive. You know, if I think I'm going to leave here and I might get an accident, it's a possibility, but probably not. But if I think about it all the time, that I can't think, I'm having my heart palpitations, that's when we start to also diagnose anxiety.
I mean, my boy, I don't know about you, but I can actually relate to what he's talking about right now. And you start creating these stories in your head and telling yourself that so-and-so is maybe saying this, or so-and-so thinks this way about you, but it's not even the case. And what are some of the ways that we can combat that or stop our minds from racing so fast and, you know, feeling so anxious?
Sure. So anxiety, maybe depression, but more anxiety when you have those thoughts. It's about control. So gaining control. So when you have these thoughts, close your eyes, take a deep breath, breathe in and out. Are these thoughts, are they normal? Has it happened in the past? I thought this yesterday didn't happen. So probably today, so try and reinforce those positive thoughts to yourself. That's one way of doing it.
Nice,
I actually suffer from anxiety. I've been diagnosed with anxiety, and it's a thing you as a human. I think also when it comes to personality, where you think about these thoughts, and at the same time you go over those thoughts, keep it, but they'll come back again. How do you get rid of them, like forever? Completely.
So in therapy, if the therapy maybe is not working, you come to a psychologist, a person like myself, we go through things with what's making you anxious, and we can't resolve it. Or if your anxiety is so bad, even I can't help you, then we look at treatment. So going to a psychiatrist, ama medication azokusiza with those symptoms, to help you with those thoughts that angapheli, you know. Because some people, it's not to say, okay, if you go see a psychologist, I imagine. Maybe you've had stress over your life and it's just too many things. So sometimes, yes, you need a psychiatrist and you need a psychologist. And for some people, it's a lifelong thing.
Wow, that's really, really powerful and insightful. Thank you so much, Mzamo, for seeing us unpack this very heavy topic. And thank you so much once again.
Sure.
Cool
Thank
stuff.
you, guys.
Now, when I get up in Kaya, this is our question for the day. And how do you deal with depression? Hit us up on the socials on Facebook, so Gelezanati, on Twitter, GN_SABC1. And while you do exactly that, so put some say itolo, best way itolo, so anxiety and depression. Oh, sesibuyile Mzansi usabukela igeleza nathi khona la ekhaya ku SABC1 Mzansi for sure. We're still talking about dealing with depression and anxiety that you might possibly face after uqeda high school wakho. Kodwa ke Mzansi, let's cover what you guys are actually saying to us right now on the social media streets. Nange ujabza yena ke uthi hi geleza nathi, I suffer from depression and the best advice I can give is to speak to someone. It's what I did when I was at my lowest point. I took the first step and spoke to an elder who pointed me in the right direction. I mean, it's really great ukuthi sihlale sinabantu empilweni zethu that are always there for us when we need them, especially when we're at our lowest point.
Most definitely. And today we are those people actually. So the point of the show, namhlanje is ukuthi sinibonise bafethu ukuthi you can actually manage anxiety and depression. Because I'm about to, they don't understand what it is, and sometimes people think maybe anxiety or depression ibamba abantu rich or poor people or you know like skinny people or fat people. Well, ibamba noma ngabe ubani mfethu. And that's what we're going to be discussing today. So make sure to join in the conversation.
Absolutely right. We also have our lovely guests in the studio. Black Diamond is in the building. Nikran Buffet too. Oh, nice one, Buffet. We're going to be talking to them in just a moment. Ogamanje Mzansi, a beautiful insert about an inspiring story. One of your favorite celebs, Umar Razaga, is about to share a story. Let's have a listen.
People think that depression is someone being upset about something. That's being upset. If you know Maraza, chances are you know Spamanda. I'm very open about it. But something you probably might not know about me is Ngakulela Makaya. And having grown up in the village, I think has made me better capable to handle myself in the big city, because these lights can get very bright and blind you very quickly. People think having depression as a mental health issue is someone being depressed because they didn't get a job. No, that's a natural human reaction. The issue where depression is a chronic illness, where it's an issue pertaining to mental health, is when you look at someone's life and you think, wow, everything is great. And even the people in that person's life are like, yeah, things are good. But the person who's going through it just can't see all of that. I remember I was arguing with my wife, and I started screaming at her about things that we had already worked through. What are we angry about? And then I think, and I'm like, why am I so upset? I was very angry because I was very sad. And sometimes we mask our sadness with anger. So in the last 2 years or so, I've been very public about my own struggles. And the biggest thing that I've found is that the depression is really at its most powerful when people can't confront that they have it. It might be dark, it might be deep, it might be gloomy, but it all comes to pass.
Now, guys, this goes to show, Uguti, even your favorite celebrity can go through all of this. And you know what's the nice thing about that story? Is that and he also had the courage to actually share this beautiful story with us.
Absolutely, and inspiring, you know, the rest of the nation, especially his fans that may have underwent what he's currently going through, right?
Yes, most definitely. Now, in studio, we've got my chance Bafethu who are running the Afro pop genre, killing it on another level. Black Diamond, what's up, Jans?
With delicious,
Come on,
my brother, you know.
Nimnandi.
Come on, my boy, but Gents Nikren. Now bafethu siyazi ukuthi njengabantu njengosaziwayo nivela komabona kude nisikhandela ama hits hit after hit. Ngifuna ukwazi ukuthi ene njengoba umzansi, especially the youth, ehlala sicabanga ukuthi ama celebrities are immune to depression and anxiety. I want to know, what are some of your personal stories?
We've dealt with a whole lot of stuff, of course, you know. Because sometimes in a spumale KZN goes to Night. So personally, the struggle that of being going through is whereby choosing music instead of going to like varsity, because you know mawukhula abazali bafuna ukuthi wenze yonke into enzo ezinye ingane, be a doctor, be a lawyer, all that. But me choosing a different path that came with different experiences, like test there because empilweni sometimes you just go through some stuff that you don't even understand sometimes. But me, I was in the point whereby I'm just proving myself that I made the right decision to take music and take it out there. So it's like seeing all my peers, I mean like the students that I went through to school with, you know, so they're achieving and my stuff is still stagnant because I'm still trying to push music. Sometimes they brought in pressure to me, so I was like thinking twice, should I leave this thing or not? But my brother came through and I chose to stay strong and everything just went well. So those are the challenges that I've been facing.
So there's two of you guys, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys, is there a time where one goes through depression more than the other one, or you guys do all of it together? And if you do you help each other or do you go out and get help?
Most definitely we help each other.
Sure.
Of course. But also there's family. Sometimes we go and ask for help, but in most cases we help each other. But also we different people, you know. Sometimes I might just feel something, it might just catch me more than it caught him, you know. So it depends, you know. So on my side, it's pretty much the same thing. Pretty much the same thing whereby we came here to Joburg and then we're just going through that phase whereby we were hoping Ufiala in the city, it was just gonna get us a deal, proper, easy, boom, boom, with it. And then it just took us years. You know, there was a time whereby we had to go back home, you know, with nothing, but now we couldn't go back, Emakai. We had to live by our friends' places because we don't wanna be like, yo, this thing is not working out.
It's weird, it didn't work out.
Hey, it was a rough time, like I won't lie, it was a rough time, but like, and all in all, like, we held each other.
Absolutely.
We held each other, and it was an open thing. It wasn't like, I'm going through it, like, I don't know what he's going through. You know, we would sit down all the time and just talk about it and pray on it. You know,
All right. Speaking of which, do you feel like having each other in each other's lives because you guys are a duo? Do you think that helps alleviate when you feel depressed or anxious?
Yeah, of course it helps a lot, most definitely, because whatever I'm going through, probably he knows like 90% of it because I'm always sharing with him, you know. Because before this music part, we started as brothers before this music, so we spent a lot of time together. So nje, ngasiza ukuthi abe khona empilweni yami, and nami ngasiza ukuthi ngibe khona empilweni yakhe.
There's people who look up to you guys, who are going through the most. Why is it so important for you guys to actually come out here and share your stories?
We feel like there's a lot of people that are going through it even right now, you know. Although no matter story are like exactly the same, probably you can just pick up like a few things that you like, oh damn, that thing, oh I'm also in that situation or something like that, you know. And then you just gotta learn from it, and also knowing you really need support. As a person, you know, you really need support as much as you can make it on your own, but like you need support.
Absolutely.
You know, because sometimes those dark times and it's just gonna come, and then sometimes you wouldn't be able to handle it. So you really need like support, people that are close to you that can really assist you, you know, to put you back on your speed.
Absolutely. And Futhi Bafethu, very quickly, ngifuna ukwazi through all those trials and tribulations that you guys underwent, ngifuna ukwazi ukuthi yini le engqugquzelile nikugquza ukuthi nihlale niqhubeke?
It's how people receiving the product that we put out in the market, of course, which is music. Because it's in the music that we're doing is so relatable to everyone, because Kumang is in the Zenzega Konala, South Africa. You know, we're just being true to ourselves. So abantu by Santa Kula, so they were like, yo, please do more of this thing. Please go out there and represent us. So basically, the people that we do music for, those are the ones that pushed us to be like,
wow, inspiring, eh?
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's refreshing.
Sure.
Black Diamond, guys, Nizwele from their mouths. Guys, thank you so much for joining us today and being real with us and sharing your stories.
For having us,
it really means a lot. Thank you so much and all the best for the future. Right about now, we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, more GN is coming your way.
Welcome back. You are still watching Ikeleza Nathi right here on SABC1 Mzansi for sure. Namhlanje bafethu, we're all about giving you some tools on how you can deal with the anxiety as well as depression. And I do know that you know what? They're not on their own. Ikeleza Nathi is with you guys because we love you guys. So we're with you throughout the entire journey. And our poll question today is basically, how do you deal with depression? And let's start what you guys had to say on the social media streets. Now, comment to be honest, I don't know how to deal with depression. It's difficult to speak up because you think people will judge you. True. I've started to speak to a teacher at school and this has helped me a lot. Wow, that's really great, Bafet, to keep sharing those stories on our social media pages.
And we're exploring all the world of depression and anxiety, Bafet. I'm sure we're actually going to learn of something that maybe we didn't know, like other ways of dealing with anxiety and depression. Let's go grab something special for you guys.
Hola, GN mates. Here are a few things that you can do to deal with anxiety and that stress that you may be feeling. Time to get active. Physical exercise helps you release those feel-good endorphins that you need when you're feeling a little low. Something as basic as taking a jog or riding a bike can get you feeling better in no time. Number 2, have better eating habits. Even though there's no eating plan that can cure depression, a healthy, balanced meal plan can help improve your mood significantly. I know you want that burger and ikota, but I promise you, eating those greens can help you get your groove back. Now, grab that apple. Get gardening. Gardening is a healthy, creative activity that can help you get out the house and into the sun, as well as get you that vitamin D that we all need. It's time to get down and dirty. Turn up the music. Music has been proven to alleviate the symptoms of depression and combat stress, so go on and bump those tunes. Kokota. Ay kokota. See how that makes you feel? Take in your natural surroundings. Taking a walk in nature helps you get that much needed fresh air. Get out in nature and away from the things that are the triggers to your stress. Take a walk today and see how you feel afterwards. Last but not least, interact with friends and family. Spending time with the people who love you and affirm you will help lift your spirits when you need it the most. Something as simple as a phone call conversation, a chat at the park or over coffee can help a lot. Try these out and see if they don't put a smile on your dial.
Now, guys, you guys also, Guti, there's a lot of things that you can do in order for you to actually manage and deal with anxiety and depression. Another thing I just want to tell Sia is, so no kotas, no magwinyas, Sia. Healthy food.
Does this look like a kota and magwinya body to you? Do you want me to maybe show you my six-pack right about now?
Which one is that one?
Going? Anyways, Mzansi, we do have Umjito Itana Health and is very active, and he is also actually a fitness trainer. Good morning, my boy. Khamba kanjani? All good, all good. Ngicela usigaya igama lakho ubuya kephi and wena wenzani?
Igama lami mina nguThemba. I'm a fitness trainer. I train people every day. Telling them on what is it that they can eat to boost their health. And I also do have some people that I train every day.
Nice.
Okay, so Themba, I was telling you, fitness, anxiety, depression is kanjani?
Fitness iyanceda prime when it comes to anxiety and depression. Because sometimes uthola ukuthi ucabanga kakhulu. Mara mawuye ejimini uhlangana nabantu, when you meet people, you get to socialize and you train there. The level of stress, you release the level of stress that you have, whatever that you are thinking about. So mawuloku gym unabantu kukinsimbi or whatever that you will be doing with people, you forget whatever is stressing you.
Nice. And now ngifuna ukwazi ukuthi ukuphi ukudla umuntu engakudla uma edila nama situations afana nayo anxiety and depression.
You don't have to eat heavy meals. You have to make sure that you balance your stomach. When you wake up in the morning, you have to make sure that you eat proper breakfast. Don't eat those cakes. So you have to wake up in the morning, eat your oats, any cereal that you have, and then in the afternoon grab some fruits.
Victim number 1. Ngifuna ukwazi ke
udla kakhulu
angithi laba bathi mina ngiskin vela ngeni
mina angiyakusukela
eating too much doesn't mean ukuthi uzokhula. No, uzogcwala amafutha, like a lot of fat on your stomach, which at the end of the day izokuaffect leyo leyo.
True. And ngifuna ukwazi ke butwa kubaleka kangakanani ukuthi uyibheke into oyidlayo, especially the portions, because you can eat healthy but you can overeat or oversnack. How do you draw the line?
You have to control the amount of food that you eat on your stomach.
Yeah.
Yeah, because modla kakhulu. Uthola ukuthi modla ipapa, mawuqeda ukudla ipapa kakhulu ufuna ukulala.
Yeah, I just kicks
it's
in.
not supposed to be like that.
I don't know about
so
that.
you need to control the amount of food that you take. That's the reason I'm saying in the afternoon you can try to grab some snacks. Uzidlele nyana ukudla nyana okulight. Yeah, wazi ukuthi the aim is this, you don't have to overeat and akufunekanga futhi udle kancane. Balance your stomach, balance your meal. That's what you have to do.
Okay, so when it comes to abantu abasekhaya who don't live close to a gym, what are the top stress busting workouts that you can create at home?
First of all, the one that I can recommend is jogging.
Okay.
Yeah, wake up in the morning and go for jogging.
Yeah.
It's very healthy for your mental health.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and also for lose mafuta if you want to lose fat in your body. So it's one thing that I can say. And for those abangathanda ukugijima ngoba abanye is lazy, we don't like jogging in the morning. You can grab some weights, lamancane, try to push them. You can get on the treadmill, ukigime. There are a lot of things that you can do, my bride, to reduce the level of stress.
Nice. And ngifuna ukwazi njengoba wena umuntu omusha la ekhaya eMzansi, very quickly I want to know, do you have a personal story about anxiety and depression that you'd like to share with us?
Yeah, I was once depressed, especially when I was still at school. Yeah, ngangikhona ukudila nama exam if wamele ngifunde ngapha, there's too much work. So you end up uthola ukuthi I'm depressed, like ngicabanga kakhulu, I can't focus anymore. Whatever that I'm reading, I can't even ngazi ukuthi ngifunda ngani, ngibamba ini. So every time ijim iyanginceda ukuthi mangiye ejimini, my brother, I reduce that stress. Mangibuya ejimini, when I come and take my books, I can read clearly, I can understand what is it that I'm reading.
Wow,
so it
nice
does
one.
help a lot.
Nice. Thank you so much, my brother. That was quite insightful and helpful.
I've got more muscle than you. It's just hiding underneath these clothes.
It needs to be like this, like visible. Yeah, strong.
Thank you so much, my brother. You're amazing. All the best for the future.
Oh, nice one, bafethu. Ay, kodwa ke bafethu khona esinye isikhathi la khona ufika ukuthi yazi ukuthini mina I want these results but ama results athe akwenzeki.
Athi wow.
Ima kancane. And sometimes that can actually cause depression. Kodwa ke la ekhaya bafethu sobe sifunda kabanzi ukuthi how you can deal, or what are some of the different options for you that are available for you to actually deal with that situation. Okamanje saputso masaye idolo, so stick around to find out more about Ikeleza Nathi right after this. Welcome back, Mzansi. Usabukela Ikeleza Nathi right here on SABC1 Mzansi for sure. So sayaqhubeka ke bafethu indaba yokudila with anxiety as well as depression. And joining us right now is CK, who is a lecturer at Rhodes University. She's going to be telling us all about actually dealing with anxiety as well as depression. But right now, I want to know how you at home deal with your anxiety and depression. Let's start what you guys are actually saying on the socials. Now I get a comment Maswabi. Hopefully I'm not butchering your name. And I go to hello Sia and Caddy. I deal with depression by meditating and listening to soothing music. Wow, that's really, really nice. And you get a comment on I often take long walks when I feel depressed and lonely. Wow, those are really great tips for omunye umuntu ke ongazi ukuthi udila kanjani nge depression, right my boy?
Yes, so if you listen to my music, I promise you it will be smoothing and you'll come out of that anxiety and depression well and good.
You'll walk by, right?
Yes, I'm telling you, you'll walk by. Otherwise, Professor Nyazguti, when we're in school, we always shoot for the stars, and sometimes we don't get the marks that we wanted at the end of the year. Now we've got something we need to show you. Check this out.
Failing your matric exam is not the end of the world. You have many options that you can consider so that you can reach the life of your dreams. Number 1, rewrite your national exam. Rewriting your national exam allows you to work on what your weaknesses were in the last exam and improve on those to better your marks. Why don't you consider the website of the Department of Basic Education and get the rewrite program for next year and see if this is a path that you want to take. Number 2, apply for a second chance program. The aim of the second chance program is to provide support to learners who were not able to meet the requirements. Many of these programs are free and provide much needed help to you, the learner. The second chance program has 4 pillars. Number 1, face-to-face learning, where you have a teacher who is there with you to assist you with your syllabus. Number 2, printed resources help you with textbooks, study guides, and other study aid for your second chance attempt. Number 3, broadcast solutions. You're now able to watch a number of interventions on your TV, including your favorite study buddy, Geleza Nati. Number 4, internet assistance. The internet has a number of apps to help you with your second chance attempt, as well as provide really valuable study resources, for example, the SABC Education Virtual Academy. Simply visit www.siva.co.za. Another option available for you to consider is doing a bridging course. Like redoing your subjects, your bridging course allows you to take short courses to improve your marks and potentially get a pre-degree or a diploma foundation, which can then get you into the university of your choice. You know what they say, folks. If at first you don't succeed, try and try again until you win.
Oh, Nyazibonela Bafethu, it's definitely not the end of the world when you don't get the desired results that you want. Sike, good morning.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Very good, and you?
I'm very well, thank you. Thank you so much for joining us.
It's such a pleasure.
All right, so let's dive right into it, right? I'm in matric and I don't get the desired results at the end of the year. I want to know, how do I deal with the stress and the anxiety that comes thereafter?
You know, I don't want to undermine how the hugeness of that emotion. You know, when you haven't achieved what you wanted to achieve, the regret, the shame, the fear of what other people are going to say, that's big.
Yeah.
But I'm an older person now, and I know that, you know, this is just a small stumble in the larger scheme of things.
Yes.
And so it is about recognizing, okay, I fell. How do I get up?
Yes.
How do I keep going? What else can I do? So it's never ever the end of the world. And I think it's just to keep reminding yourself. And now, as we wait for the results, and you know, people are feeling anxious, and you're kind of going, remind yourself, if I haven't achieved what I wanted to achieve, it's not the end. Perhaps it's the beginning of something else.
True. Absolutely.
So I think that's how we need to think about it. That word failure, it's not a good word.
I hate it.
Because it seems like an end of something. And it never is.
Yes.
You know, when a kid is learning to walk and they fall over, you don't go, oh, well, that's you can't walk. You go, come love, okay, stand up, try again. Why are we so hard on ourselves when we stumble when we're older?
One of the alternatives that we saw in the video is a bridging course moving forward. So for somebody who's already like, oh, I failed, now I need to do this bridging course, and has that mentality of, oh, I have to go through this again. How do you deal with that? What kind of mindset do you need to have to overcome that so that you can move forward?
You know, perhaps one of the things we've got to remember is that it's not a course that is going to rescue you. You are going to rescue you.
Guys, did you hear that?
Did you hear that's powerful. Sure.
So, you know, yes, look to a bridging course, look and see what the other options are. But also go, wait, what do I need to change about me? You know, do I need to get out more? Do I need to look around and see what can I do in my community? Who can I help? Listen to the news, read. You know, how can I build this vehicle that is going to carry me through the bridging course, through through all of the other things? I need to keep building me. And so I think if we can think about that, so some of the things you can do is assess where did I fall over? What could I have done better? Do I need to start earlier with things? Do I need to bring more enthusiasm to things? So much of schooling is very passive. You know, you pitch up to school and you sit there and you write things down and you give the same things back. Become a more active learner. Start asking questions. Start being more curious about things. Start looking for the answers. That's the vehicle that's going to take you to success. So don't just like land on another course and hope that'll rescue you. Keep pushing, keep hustling, in order to find your way forward.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's the way you need to do it.
Change starts from within.
Exactly.
And for someone at home that has no idea what a bridging course is, what exactly does it entail?
So there are different kinds of bridging courses. There are bridging courses that are sort of schools on their own, where you can go and you can redo some matric subjects but get extra help on what kinds of skills do you need in order to go to tertiary education. some colleges and universities offer a course that you do before you enter into university. So there are some foundation type courses where you go in and you learn about things like critical thinking skills, writing skills, computer skills, different disciplines, an introduction into those. So there are many different kinds of bridging courses. So it is also about doing your research to kind of go, okay, I didn't get what I wanted. Get onto the internet. You know, if you can do it on your smartphone, fantastic, but ask around as well. Go to internet cafes. The post-matric, you'll also find many newspapers have insets that tell you more about the opportunities that are available to people, even if you haven't achieved the marks you were hoping for. So those are the kinds of things that you can look into and just research better. Because even researching what is a bridging course, already it's you starting to take charge of your own life. Instead of letting it happen to you, you're going, okay, I'm going to start planning my next moves here and start to think, you know, what else is there. And when you research bridging course, you might find, oh, but wait, actually, there are also these other things that I can do with these marks, you know. So it's about just starting to take the wheel
Absolutely.
and drive to your own future.
So, Sige, tell me, for somebody who's watching the show, how do they know that they need to do a bridging course or rewrite again?
That's a difficult choice. You see, so let's say you wanted to do a course, you wanted to do a BCom. And you haven't at all got the marks. You haven't got the marks in maths, and you haven't got the marks in accounting, and you're not going to be accepted into a BCom. So then there's a different kind of bridging or foundation course that you could do. Depending on what your marks are, some universities might accept you to do a foundation course or an extended course. So you enter university, you do limited curriculum, or you do your curriculum over 2 years instead of over 1 year, and you then get a little more confident and you get the skills you need in order to then carry on with your BCom. So that's one kind of bridging course. Another kind of bridging course is, I mean, some people finish their matric, they did badly, they don't actually know what they want to do next. And so a bridging course is almost like a different kind of matric because you tighten up on some of the skills that you should have learnt at school, but you also are prepared better for what else is there, what are the choices, what are the skills I need to build in myself. So really that's the kind of research you want to do, to see what are the kinds of bridging courses available. Are they standalone, are they outside of the university, or are they part of particular courses where you have a slower entry but you have the same exit at the end.
Absolutely. And here's another scenario, right? I'm in matric and, you know, I'm thinking to myself, I've just wrote my final exams and I'm thinking to myself, there's a possibility that I might not actually make it. But it turns out that you actually really do pass, and you pass with some really amazing distinctions that you could possibly get entered into varsity. I want to know, because now that's a situation where you're like, okay, it's the end of the year, it's the beginning of the following year, and I'm kind of forced to take a gap year. Would you advise someone to take a gap year?
It's difficult. I think it depends on the person. I think a gap year for the sake of it, where you sit at home and you watch TV all day, unless it's this program,
of course,
is just wasting your time. Anything you do in that gap year, and I like the scenario given because sometimes you do take yourself by surprise, and now you could have got in. Why didn't you apply? And now it's too late. And so the kinds of things that you should consider is remember that this is the vehicle. It's not what you add onto it. It's what is this personality and human that I am building to carry me into my future. So firstly, get involved in things. Go to NGOs, go to creches and schools and see, can I intern here for a year? Can I offer my services? Secondly, you know, if you applied to do it's too late now to apply to do courses through UNISA. But what you could do is you can apply in April in order to do courses from from July on. So you could apply for, say, 2 courses, not for degree purposes. So you just do 2 courses, so that means it's much cheaper than signing on for a whole BA. And it means that you can enter into the whole university scene a little gentler, you know, do 2 courses. It gives you an insight into what are those subjects. It's self-study, so you're learning the discipline of working for yourself. And then with that, applying to university is much easier. Because you've already got the experience of having done some studies. So that's a good way to do it.
Oh, thank you so much. That was quite
pleasure.
insightful. Thank you so much, CK. Wow.
Good.
Now we can see, Mzansi Guti, it is definitely not the end of the world. And in Kulwa Fetu Geleza Nathi is always here to make sure that you are well and, of course, you are healthy, because that's very, very important for your mental health. Right, Mketana?
Yes, most definitely. So, guys, Nani, you guys need to focus and make sure you do them. Like, don't sit at home and just watch the program, and then after you move on with your life, do it in Doana. We're back again tomorrow.
Yes, we're back with the GN finale. I'm so excited about it too. But one thing that I'm really nervous about is those bloopers, hey? But anyways, it's all good. Thank you so much once again, CK.
Thank you,
Kadi, it's always a pleasure being alongside you. Thank you at home for watching Geleza Nathi. From all of us right here, it's goodbye. We will see you tomorrow.
Oh yeah, we saw. Hey. It's 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. Mondays to Fridays. Hey. What's good for you today, man? Look, I got a lot of books, I'm stacking paper. Trying to be an accountant, stacking paper. Geographical mind, I'm smashing craters. Okay, listen, I got my bag, yeah, that's major. Every morning when I wake, it's on. There's a world waiting to be taken on.